Hi, I'm Abby Ray, and I play Cynthia on De Lección. So I heard about the audition from Brenda Daly, and she's a good friend of mine, and she said that Joseph Espinosa is doing a film, and I should go audition for it. And so the production company reached out to me and said, hey, we're having auditions this day, this time, in this place. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I went there, and I did the audition, and then I believe maybe a day later, they're like, okay, we want you for the part. And I'm like, I was excited because it's one of the leads, and I haven't really had that kind of role. And so I was given the script, and I was like, okay, I think I can make this work. This is interesting. And then I read it, and I was like, okay, wow, this is challenging, and there's a lot of layers to this character, and I was excited. I was excited to play it. When I got the script, I read it, and I talked to Joseph about it, about who the character is and what she does, and just kind of like her background. And we talked about how her father is the Zodiac killer, and I didn't know a lot about the Zodiac killer at the time until I researched YouTube. I believe they have a bunch of clips, like a documentary on it. So I watched all that. It was great. It was interesting, crazy things that happened there. So I kind of kept that all, just kind of took that all in. And I also watched Mindhunter, and I looked at the interviews of the serial killers, and I tried to listen to what their reactions were and why they say the things they say and why they did the things that they did. And as wicked as that might sound, it's part of my process to think about how serial killers would think. And I learned a lot. And one of the things that I learned was that serial killers, usually they need someone, and they get lonely, and they need to talk about it. It's crazy stuff, but I put that in my character, and the story is about unconditional love. It's about my character and my husband, and how my character just felt lonely, and she just wanted someone. Of course, I did my homework at home. I annotated on my script. I wrote down the things that I believe that I should try and do. One of the things I learned this year, or last year I believe, was a technique called practical aesthetics, and it's what is your character's goal, and what are your tactics, and how do you get there? And if it's not working, what do you do? Do you try it a different way? So it's a very like one-on-one kind of thing with another character in the scene. I've been practicing that. I also tried looking into just putting myself in the mind of a serial killer, which I really try not to do. It's very depressing. It's very hard to get out of that kind of mindset. So that's one of the things I'm trying not to do that, but you know, sometimes it kind of helps to just kind of think that way for a moment while the cameras are rolling, and then kind of just, you know, have fun after that and just shake it off after that. With Joe, I've had a lot of directors, and a lot of them just did the usual wide shots and then over the shoulders and everything. I like what Joe did, which was our very first scene was actually very fluid. It was flowy. It was a long shot, and I really like that because I've never really done that before, and I really appreciate it when I watch something like that. I came from a theater background, and I came from you know, just keep going. You don't stop. You don't cut. And what I liked about that was like you just kind of move along with it. Joseph and I were trying to figure out what we're going to do with the character and how we're going to bring the character to life. So I had my ideas, and of course I have me, and I'm not very, I guess there are some things that Cynthia and I have in common, but I'm usually really the shy type. And I know Joseph was looking for growth in the character. In the beginning there was a lot of let's kind of, you know, keep it low, keep it, You know, we don't know what's going on. We don't know who she is. And then later on, she kind of breaks into this strong character that does all these things. And what Joe was trying to tell me was that Cynthia is planned everything, and she's the smartest in the room, and we don't see that, but she's there, and at the end it all comes together, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what was happening, that's what she was planning. Our first day on set, it was, I believe, the office scene. I just remember bringing like a bunch, like 5 or 6 different clothes, like outfits to try on, and I believe it was an all-day thing because we shot everything that was in the location in the office that whole day, and it was so interesting because I had to go from the very, very beginning to Cynthia to like the middle towards the end where she was a little bit more stronger. So it's just it's fun to go through that process of like time jumping, and it was great. I've worked with a few of the actors that were there, so I knew about them, and we had a lot of time, rehearsing because we had a lot of downtime. Because when the other actors are doing their scenes, we're able to kind of just rehearse with the other actors that we have a scene with, and it was great. I loved it. It was a great time. Also meeting other people, new people, and that's why I'm here, and this is why I love doing this. Is I meet new people and I'm just friends with them for life, and it's one of the things that I love about film and theater and acting. The scene with the garage was actually really fun to shoot because that's where I'm so used to playing those kinds of characters. Like I'm used to playing characters who are just in danger, or there's something going on, suspense. I've done a lot of those in the past, and it was really great. We did it several times, but it was good. It was good. My favorite memory on set was when we went to this like warehouse. It was at the mall, but it was really cool, and we had an entire SWAT team there. Actors, but then they had one person just helping the actors, teaching them where to go and what to do and everything. And I just thought it was fun, just because they were in like tactical gear and they had guns and everything. We were just kind of there. And that's also the same day that we shot that very the scene towards the end of the movie, where we're circling Jose Anthony's character, and it was chaotic, but it was great because I'm like, oh wait, hold on, okay, we gotta work around, and we literally circled them like 5 times.